Chapter 16 and 17. Quick Brahmajanana, the story relates the more story of a rich gentleman who wanted Brahmajanana quickly from Sai Baba. Preliminary. The last chapter describes how mystical woe of small offer offering was complete and accepted. In that story, Sai Baba showed that he would accept with operation small things offered with the love and patience, but if the things were offered with the pride and hotness, he would reject it. Being himself with such choice Anand, he did not care much more about formalities, but if offerings were made in my humble spirit, the same welcome he accepted with the pleasure avidity. In fact, there is no personal more liberal benevolent than Sadhguru like Sai Baba. He cannot compare the Chindamani jewel, the Kalpra or the Kamanandu, for there is only what we desire, but Sadhguru gives us the most precious thing that is incarnate. Now let us hear Sai Baba dispose of rich man who came to him, implored him to give a Brahmajana. There was a rich gentleman, unfortunately his name whereabouts were not mentioned, who was very prosperous in life. He had to amass a large quantity of wealth, house, fields and has many servant dependents. When Baba fame reached his ears, he said to his friends, he was not in want of anything, and so go to Shri asked Baba to give him Brahma, which he would not certainly make him happy. His friend disordered him, saying it is not easy to know Brahman, and especially for an average man like you, who shall increased wealth, wife, children, who will quest of Brahmajana, satisfied own piece of charity. Not minding his friend's advice, the fellow engaged returned to Janathan came to study. He went to Masjid, saw Sai Baba, fell asleep and said, Baba, hearing that you should show Brahma to full without any delay. I have come all the way from a distant place. I am much fatigued by the journey. If I get to know from you, my troubles well paid, rewarded. Baba, then, oh my dear friend, don't be nervous. I shall be immediately show you the Ramanan. All my dealings are in cash, never are on credit. So many people come to me, ask for wealth, health, power, honor, position, cure of disease, in temporal thing. Rare is the person who comes to me with Brahmajan. There is a 100 person asking a worldly thing, but a person's in spiritual matters very rare. I think lucky and auspicious morant a person's like to compress me for a Brahmajana. So I show you the pleasure, Brahma with all completions. Saying this, Baba started showing the monk. He made him sit there and grace with some of toxin of thus made him forget the question of the time being. Then he called a boy, told him to go to Nonandan and get from a hand loan of rupees 5. The boy left and returned immediately, saying the Nanda's absence was locked. The Baba asked him to go grocer and get him the said loan. This also said the boss answered the experiment of it twice or thrice results, which the same results. Sai Baba was, as we know, living and moving Brahma incarnation. Then someone may ask, why did he want to Paltra Sama 5 rupees? Why did he not have to get a loan? Really, he did not want the sum at all. He must have been knowingly that Nando and Baba absent. He since adopted his program secret of Brahma. The gentleman had a roll of bundle currency in his pocket, and if he was really honest, he would not have cooked merely cooker with the Baba friends trying to pantry of his wife. You know, Baba would keep his word, he repeated that the sum wanted is insignificant. Still, he could not make up his mind advance sum. Such a man wanted Baba from greater in this world. Ramajana, either who really would not have given rupees 5 instead of being one more looker. It was otherwise with this man. He advanced no money or not such need, but began impatient. He is the return simple. Baba saying, Oh Baba, please show me Brahman soon. Baba replied, Oh my dear friend, you do not understand the procedure I went through sitting at this point and I've been to see the Brahma. In short, for seeing Brahma, one has to give 5 things, surrender 5 things, 5 pranas, virtual force, 5 senses, 5 actions of 5 mind, intellect, and the ego. The path of Brahma Jnana self-realization hardest to tread on the edge of razor. Sai Baba then gave rather long disclosure on the subject. Purport which given below. Qualification of Brahmajana self-realizations. All persons do not see or realize the Brahma and the sometimes put quality absolute necessity. Moksha or in the tense go to free. He who thinks that is bound, that is not bondage, or carelessly and restlessly to end, and who does not care for his things, qualified as spiritual life without feeling disgust things of this world and the next, unless a man feels disgusted with the things emulated and honors which his actions would bring this world the next, he has no right to enter the spiritual realm. Third one, according to the introversion, our sense has been created by the God with a tendency to move outward, so the man will look outside himself, not inside. He who wants self-realization in immortal life turns his gaze inwards, look over his inner self. Catherine is purging away of sins. Unless a man turning away wicked and stop doing wrong thing entirely compass unless his mind is right, he cannot gain self even knowing its right conduct. Unless a man leads a life of truth, pronounces a life of celibacy, he cannot go out of decision. Preference, goods and praise. The two sports thing, God and the pleasant. The former deals with the spirit in life, and the later mundane matter. Both this approach of the man acceptance. He has to think choose one of them. The wise man prefers to be pleasant, but unwise through greed and attachment choose the pleasant. Control of mind and the sense. The body is a chariot and the self is the master. Intellect is the chariot and mind is the reins. The senses are horses and senses are the gods. He has no understanding whose mind is uncertain, and his sense is unimaginable, like the vicious horse of a charioteer does not reach the destination, but goes through the round of births and death. But he who had understood his mind restraining a sense of being under control, like God, horse, or charioteer, reaches the place, like the state of self-realization. Whereas is not born again. The man who is an understand character, which is able to reign, reaches the end of journey, which is supreme Buddha of all trading, Vishnu Lord. Purification of mind unless man dissatisfies with the duties of his divine. This mind will not be purified unless his mind is Viveka and Vagra. Crop up and lead to self-realization. Unless egoism drop, others got rid of the mind, made dissonance. Self-realization is not possible. The idea and the body and the critical and attachment to the idea cause a bondage. Leave of this idea attachment. Therefore, if you want to get more self-realization, the necessity of growth, the knowledge, self-realization, still must no one could by his own individual effort, hoping so that help another teacher who was himself got absolutely necessary. What others cannot give, the such labor and pains can be easily gained with the help of such teacher, for he has walked on the path of himself can easily take disciple, step by step the ladder of spiritual progress. Then the lastly Lord grace is the most essential thing. When the Lord is pleased with anybody, he gave him a wake and Graya taking himself beyond the oceans of mundane existence. The self cannot gain by studies of Vedas or not by lecture and learning. He self chosen to gain the self realization is in Katha Upanishad. After the direction was in Baba turned to the gentleman and said, well sir, there is a pocket of Brahma in the form of 50 times 5 rupees. Please take out. The gentleman took out his pocket bundle of currency and gave the creature for him. Counting them, there was 25 notes of 10 rupees. Seeing the omniscience of Baba, he has moved to Baba. God is blessing. Then Baba said, roll up your bundle of Brahma currency notes. Unless you get it off completely or abandon or greed, you will not be a real Brahma. How can be whose mind is angry with prognosis prospect to be Brahma without removing his attachment from the same? The illusion of attachment or love of money is deeply rooted pain of procreation foundation jealousy. He who is rich around the whirlpool, greed, Brahma, will surrender, they were eternally opposed to each other. Where there is a greed, there is no room for total medication of Brahma. Then how can greedy man discuss salvation? For greedy man there is no peace, neither certainly. If even little reason greed man, all sinners, even the knowledge of well-read man who is not free from the desire or fruit reward of his action, who does not discuss with the same unless self-realization. The teaching of Guru has no use to a man who is full of egoism, who always thinks about the sense object, purification may absolute necessary. Without it, all spiritual and is nothing useless. It is therefore better to take some rest. My treasure is full. I can give anyone what he wants, but has he myself is qualified to receive my gift. If you listen to me carefully, you will be certainly gifted. While sitting in the music, I never speak any truth. When a guest invite to a house, all members of the whole or friends relation happen to be present and turn along with the guest. So all this present in the masjid, all that could spiritual peace there served by the rich gentleman after getting Baba blessings. Curling left the place quite happy and content. Special characteristics of Baba. There are many saints who live in their houses, stays, forests, caves, imprisonments, or do try to liberation salvation from them. They do not carve for ancient people. They also self of the Sai Baba was not such type. He had no home, no wife, no provision or relation to this. Still in the world, he begged for his bread and five houses. Always live out of named carrot and the woodly linen. Taught all people how to act beyond the soul. Rather, Sadgurus or saints who offending God wisdom, strive welfare people. Sai Baba foremost. Therefore, Ham says Ham pride. Blessed is the country, blessed is the family, blessed are his chaste parents. This extraordinary transcendent present you, Jules was born. Bow to Shri Sai, peace to be all.